The Italians like to slice their garlic. Why is that,
Really?
Sal?
We like to slice.
You like to slice. The French like to puree their garlic, so if you chop it and drizzle some salt and then roll your knife, it will puree the garlic, and then the Americans like to chop their garlic.
Because
for Sal,
we enjoy to take it out. Some of the dishes you don't have to keep the garlic in. So if you slice, you can always take it out.
is that why?
See, it's a different color, right, from anything else.
So we slice our garlic.
That's right. What's your fingers?
Then you get shallots, like a baby onion, and you dice it finely. Now we have lobster in this. You can do two things. You can go to a supermarket and buy lobster meat already cooked. You can buy a whole lobster and poach it off at home in chicken stock and or in just a pork bouillon, which is white wine, carrots, onions, celery, bay leaf, some fresh thyme, and then poach it that way. And that actually gets some nice aromatic. Then you can save the stock and add it to the custard if you wish to give it an extra flavor. So we have all our meats, plus we have to get tomatoes too. These diced tomato that we're going to have. They're Roma tomatoes, so it's a concasse, which is a very fine dice. So you'll take a couple.
You bring yours or you use my Roma tomato? You bring mine?
I brought mine.
Oh, okay.
You'll take the seeds out. And then you'll cut them into a julienne cut lengthwise, about an eighth of an inch thick. Turn around.
Concasse.
Concasse. Does it sound better at English or French? So you'll dice that all up ahead of time. You can put this in the fridge, you can get that ready. Actually the day before if you wrap it up tight and just get ready for the function, have your lobsters ready. Then you'll have your lobster, of course you'll have to split it. And then the claws, you just crack them. You can always put a rag over the top so it doesn't splash all over the place. Or Sal can use it to protect himself. Just pull the meat off the knuckle. Make sure there's no gristle there. So the lobster's already cooked. Then you dice it up. Okay, you heat up your saute pan. Always get the pan hot, but not scorching hot, because what will happen, you'll burn the garlic. When you put it in there, it should start rippling. So you let the aromas come out of the garlic. What you could do if you
what I
do at home sometimes is cook some garlic oil and put it in the fridge, and then when I toss pasta for different things, I use that oil. So it's already there, so you don't have to chop garlic all the time. Because my wife hates chopping garlic as well. So, add the shallots. I tell you, I had a good day today cooking that luncheon for guys.
Really?
Yeah, it was awesome. Add a little salt and pepper. You can always add more later on, so don't over season.
Is that a sea salt or a regular salt?
Kosher. Now I like to put the fresh basil in now. I'm going to add the lobster meat. The crab meat will go in near the very end, because the crab meat will actually break down. And it's the most delicate protein we have in seafood. So let the lobster cook for a little bit.
What do you put in now?
Yeah. I'm using a little brandy. Brandy goes very well with lobster. For this dish, we're just going to use a lot of cream. Usually we make a classic cheese sauce. You make a roux, which is equal parts of flour and butter, and you use milk with the studded onion, which is with clove and bay leaf, and bring it up to a boil and let it simmer. Then you add it to the roux. So it's actually approximately a gallon of liquid to a pound of roux. Okay, so it's a pound of butter and a pound of flour, so that's 2 pounds. And with cream, when you use whipping cream or heavy cream, it's a higher fat content, so it'll actually, when it reduces, it actually thickens. Don't use like a half and half. If you use a half and half, then you're going to have to use a roux. So the cream is now starting to reduce, and it's actually getting thicker. Now I have the pepper jack cheese. It's already shredded, so you just put a little kick to it. We in the restaurant, we actually use...
Is this good for the diet?
It's very good for a diet, can't you see? My diet. We in the restaurant actually use a blend of 3 cheeses. I use white cheddar cheese, provolone, and mozzarella. So it actually gives it more, when you eat it gets more of that real stringy pizza sort of thing. Now the crab meat, as I said, that goes in the last minute. Is everybody having a good day today? It's good? You having fun? It's awfully quiet in here. That's it. That's it. Got to get people going here.
Keep going, Summer.
Now at the end, obviously, you've got to add the best seasoning you could ever get is Phillips seasoning.
Of course.
Okay?
But of course.
And as you can see now, as you see in the mirror, the cream is really rich and thick. And the good chef always has to check his sauces too.
How is it?
My friend.
Unbelievable.
Then, just got to finish it up with a little raw butter. Make it super, super thick. You got to call a medic after this, I'm telling you.
In case you're on a diet, that's what you do.
So you put your pasta in. So what you'll do here, you make a Parmesan crumb topping. It's what is panko crumbs, chopped parsley, touch of olive oil,
My oil, the Salvatore's oil, of
and a little
course.
Parmesan cheese. And then what you do is you'll actually sprinkle it on top, like this, and bake it in the oven for about 7 minutes. So it has this big crust and it comes out all bubbling. In the restaurant, what we'll do, you could actually, when you entertain, you could also do this. You can then pour it onto your crusted toasted focaccia.
Ready? Let's go.
Ready?
Let's go.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's have a round of applause for Chef Paul Drew. I can say one thing, he's still the best.